Colonel checks his soldiers' tags while they are preparing to go. He keeps his gun and gets to Kath. She has taken the transmitter. Sophia is going as well. Theo wants her to stay. Kath waits for her to come. They move to get to the mission. They go down the Alps. Sarah washes Emily's hands from blood. Bill is sitting with Helen's corpse. She is quiet. Ash asks what had happened. One of the aliens attacked. She went there because she heard a voice alone and didn't get anyone up. Helen is dead, so they should know what's going on between her and the aliens. She asks him to stay away from her. He says he's right about it. Nathan stops them. There's fired bullet shells. He signals to spread out. They are here. Soldiers are dead. He asks Nathan to get their tags. They had left the observatory. Chloe checks with binoculars. He says he might have gone to the city. She asks about Noah. He says it's true. He shouldn't have been born at all. She sees Noah in his eyes. She hates it. He's just like him. Tells him that Noah did it forcefully with her and was the father. They don't know if Sacha knew. In the city, he is hidden in a warehouse and has food. Emily is still lost in thought. She has to go somewhere alone. Sarah wants her to better stay here. Emily says, "You don't believe me as well. They killed all her friends." Sarah doesn't know why it is happening. Emily leaves to be alone since she can't help her. They reach their destination, but no one is outside. They proceed downwards. One of them gets out. It's Ines. She introduces the others to her, thanks them and asks them to follow. She removes the barrier and opens the door. The colonel asks Nathan to give them rations and water. They will leave in 2 hours with them. He's on watch, and there are still firings going on. Ash stays with Bill with teary eyes. He tells that he was engaged to Haley. She was very beautiful. She wasn't even giving him her number at first. She was doing it all intentionally. She used to play him like a fiddle while being just 5 feet tall. She never took anyone's shit. He liked that about her. When at home alone, she was like a child and used to cry while watching TV serials. She was his world. She was pregnant. They were going to have a family, and he was very happy. He gets up and goes inside. He goes behind and stays with her. He keeps calling her. He takes a shovel. He takes a shovel as well and stays behind on the road. He says she was coming back to him. He ruined everything. Now he will never get a chance. Emily is sitting quietly on the stairs, and the pulsating is going on. The machine is just in front and goes. She gets up to go behind it. He's still on watch. He looks down and sees Emily following the machine, so he runs. The machine stops while facing her. She moves towards it. He is hearing the pulsating, and the machine is there as well. She touches it and sees Sasha. He closes his eyes and touches it, seeing Emily beside him. Both are in bed, and she's pregnant with his child. It gets away, and so does he. Blackman gets to her and attends to her. She knows she has to go with them to understand what's happening. They need her help to stay alive. She wants to know the truth. He has to go along. She knows how to find them. She checks on Sarah and Tom and leaves. On the way, a man is recently killed on a bridge. Here, they're in a square, and there's the smell of corpses and a machine coming towards them. It attacks them while they run. She stays in front, and he covers from behind. Sasha hears firings. It's right on their back. She gets into a shop, and he nervously follows, leaving his gun behind. It's a slaughterhouse. They quickly get out of there. He asks her to stay quiet. It's just outside, and she opens the handle. They hold it to keep it from opening. Sasha shoots and kills it, then calls them. He apologizes and sees him. The robot is still moving. Here, at the community, people are preparing to leave. Nathan vets soldiers and gets them ready. Sophia takes sweets for the kids in case they get scared. In the city, firings are going on, and they are on their way. She asks him to put the gun down. They are leading her somewhere. They get to the airport. Planes are crashed. He checks a plane to take while she talks with Sasha. He tells her he knew about Noah and Grandma's house. He did that for her to avenge her. She leans her head on his shoulder and says she's sorry for what happened. He asks, "For my being born?" She says she didn't mean it that way. Whatever happened to her was terrifying, but she loves him very much. He gets strange thoughts and doesn't want to think at all. She tells him that she loves him, and he asks for her apologies. There's a blast outside. She asks him to stay away from the windows. She sees Emily's left note and gets worried. They are on their way while he checks out the plane and rewinds Emily's dreams. It comforts him. Chloe wants to stay in France. He says they will go to England, and he'll help find his family. They get on their way. Bill kisses her one last time and helps her up. He can't do it on his own. Ash helps with taking her too. Soldiers are outside and everyone is ready. People inside are ready as well, and Nathan is their guide. She wants to thank him. A soldier is down. They fall back. Nathan asks to close the door and take positions. Another soldier is down. Sophia is looking for Kath. She helps carry a wounded soldier. The colonel asks them to leave him. He's dead. They hide. Sophia gets ahead to save the wounded. She's hit and falls. Soldiers fall back. Kath runs for her. She slides back to get cover between exchanges of fire. Robots are going down as well. She gets her machine out. She can stop them but needs time. He asks her to hurry up. They can't stop them for much longer. They are closer to Sophia. She's not getting a signal. The door is losing strength. They are out of bullets. She's still not getting a signal. He asks her to do it or they will all die. The robot gets to her. She gets a signal and does it. The robots go blind. It worked. She gets to Sophia and cries. He is the only one left here. In the city, everything is abandoned. He is drinking on her grave. Losing love after finding it is better, people say, and it is total bullshit. Tom says Carrion will keep her safe and will be back. She's crying and says it's not necessary. She gets to him, sits with him, and says people don't always come back. His dad is probably not alive. She can't lie anymore. He knows, and he hugs her. There are sounds of breaking in. She picks up a gun quietly and they move, stopping as there is firing just outside, then get to the basement in the parking lot. She fires at the noise and soldiers surround them, thinking of them as suspects. People are dead on the roads and in metro stations. Emily and Karim stop as they hear and see hanging dead robots. Soldiers are on the move again. Mukrani says she's right that they can win. They are on the highway to England. Emily and Blackman are on a bridge and on their way to the aliens. She gets to the railing. There's a submarine-like thing submerged in the river. She has to go. He lets her go. She jumps onto it and moves towards the opening. It's quite long. She gets inside. Machines are on the sides and off. She goes across them. There is a sound coming, kind of like the dripping of water. Babies stolen from the hospital are kept here. She gets down into a chamber. There's a half-risen pod. She gets up to see. A human hand proceeds toward her. It's a weird human attached to tubes. His hand has the same tattoo as she has.